Fantasy from the fairway, the long anticipated return. We took a week off, even though we weren't going to take a week off for the Olympics. I forgot. Hit up Jenkins. I said, I forgot. Honest mistake. Jenkins said, it's cool, bro. I had a bunch of great information, but it's dope. It's fine.
Yeah. I picked Xander to win.
Yeah.
We had texted, and then I picked Sabatini silver, and then I said CT in the playoff for bronze. We just didn't do the video.
I was very confused. I did not pick any of those people. You can see my picks if you so choose. We did do some picks on the radio, ESPN 690. Go to Action Sports Jacks on YouTube. See those picks. My picks were not very good, but they weren't near as bad as Austin's, but significantly worse than Brent's.
Does Austin win or watch golf?
Not at all.
No,
he picked the three people because their names sounded like anime characters.
Who?
I don't know. I'll send you the video. I'll send you the link. Okay. So there you go. There's a tease. Go check it out. It's in there somewhere. But so we are back. Couple of thoughts on the Olympics quick. Xander Schauffele, that man can't close out the Tournament of Champions, which is an okay tournament, prestigious or whatnot. But he closed out the biggest stage in the world, on the planet. Shout out to Xander Schauffele. Sabatini, against all odds, the highlight of his career, nobody saw coming.
What was it, 10 under? Like crazy.
I'll tell you right now, I don't care what Baker Mayfield said. Ain't nobody woke up and felt more dangerous than Sabatini. And then
the best Rory on the planet.
The best Rory on the planet. It's been proven yet again. And then the bronze, I woke up at 4 a.m. To take a pee that morning, and I left the TV on, and I see like 19 dudes putting, and I said there is a problem of some sort. So I stayed up and watched to see the exciting conclusion of the bronze medal. Overall, your thoughts on the Olympic format? Is it too bland? I saw a lot of people saying it was too bland. It's just some casual golf.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it should be seeded, and you should do match play. Personally,
I like that. I could also. I mean, obviously you don't have a lot of time in golf, but what if they did something like 2 rounds regular? So you have 2 rounds. You only got 36, and then you get like 2 rounds. Like that's one event, 36 holes. The other 36 holes do teams. That'd be cool. I don't know. Maybe like a long drive.
Alternate shot.
Yeah. Some light. So my second thought is this. I know that you can't really move the Olympics after you already moved it after a whole year, but like, why would the PGA Tour schedule a WGC after the Olympics where your guys are going to be dead, flying, jet lag like crazy? Patrick Reed, I can't even imagine he knows what time it is anywhere. But that's where we are. And I forgot this happened, Jenks. I had a T2 in Ustays, and I said, I'm definitely coming back. And then I see Charles Schwartzel in his hat. Also finishing in second. So we split the points this week, 208.3, by far my best finish. Disappointment at the top of the list that Schwartzel pulled it together. Any words on Schwartzel?
Yeah, he birdied 18 because I was paying attention because of the R thing. And couldn't be more proud of the man. Also, I think it would be interesting if we pulled up like the actual FedEx Cup points leaders and ranked.
We're way above.
Are we?
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Well, I haven't looked.
No, because Morikawa has. Yeah, I think Morikawa has more.
So the disappointment is real for sure. Spankin Hankin, if you didn't hear, he withdrew.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were getting after Spankin on social media, and I just want to let you know you should not do that. Spankin Hankin is a great guy. This is no Sam Burns situation. This is just the 3M Open.
It's not a Sam Burns, Cantlay, not.
Yeah, it's none of those.
Pat Perez walking off the course.
Or the guy, do you remember that Snapchat I sent you? Hunter Mahan. Do you remember that?
Yeah. He quit before the round.
3 minutes before.
Like 3 minutes.
So, Spankin, bro, I don't know what happened to you. I should follow up, but get well. Spankin, Hankin, don't call me Liboda. So there I am. 208.3 FedEx Cup points at the top. However, Schwartzel in his hat, holding down second place for you. Abraham Answer. Who would have thought Abraham Answer and Louis Oosthuizen would make this slide for both of us?
Right.
And then the others are Paul, Casey, and Schwartzel. This is just a turn of events I did not see coming. Let's just move on. TPC Southwind, I think. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Memphis, Tennessee, it's a par 70, 72, 38 yards, designed by the one and only Ron.
Pritchard.
Pritchard, thank you. They will be on Bermuda grass greens. There is no cut in this event, so you can finish DFL and play 4 rounds.
And then just one other thing, fairways in regulation and green regulation percentage at this event are lower than tour average. So and to simplify that, what I just said, harder to hit fairways, harder to hit greens. So it should be a fun event to watch like always.
Factual, a big prize on the line as we go to the previous 3 winners. Those 3 winners are Justin Thomas, Brooks Koepka, and Dustin Johnson. However, I did not feel like you needed to see pictures of JT, Brooksy, and DJ because you know them all by either initials or one name.
So,
however,
is this Fabian?
That's Fabian Gomez, otherwise known as
Jesus Christ.
a champion here at TPC Southwood. No. If you've been rocking with fantasy from the fairway since the beginning, you know
that might have been video number 2 or 3.
I think it's 1. I think it's number 1.
Oh shit!
Fabian has been a staple on this program, and we need to give him the love he deserves. So that is Fabian. If you see him at Publix, that is him. If you don't have Publix where you live, it's kind of like Kroger. If you don't have Kroger or Publix, I don't know what to tell you. But that's Fabian Gomez, a winner at this event many moons ago.
For the first time, we haven't had COVID-19 under.
It's been a while since we haven't.
Yeah. It's nice to see.
So those are your winners. You just talked about the stats. This picture was not big enough to be blown up this size.
Yeah.
But this is what you will see at the FedEx St. Jude fans in attendance. And like you just mentioned, approach, tee to green, off the tee, bogey avoidance, all important this week with the smallish fairways and greens. Let's just keep rolling. Let's go to 10K and above. We see it a bit differently here. You see it exactly as DraftKings put it out. Why is that?
I think this is a great course for Morikawa. He's playing well. He clearly can win. He's an elite ball striker, iron player, approach player.
Yep.
And the great thing about this, statistically, JT won. When he won, he was 55th putting, strokes gained. Mm-hmm. When Daniel Berger won, he was 40th, I believe. You don't have to putt well to win.
So Fabian did it.
Morikawa, well, Fabian doesn't do anything good. He won. So what does that tell you?
Here we go.
What does that tell you? But if Morikawa can succeed, it's at a course where he doesn't have to heavily rely on his putter to get hot. And I think they got the pricing right with him over Xander, Brooks, Spieth. And then I skipped DJ and went to Rory.
Factual. Rory was looking okay out there at the Olympics. He did not. He didn't get any hardware, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I got Xander at the top. We are back in America, and this is not the Olympics, so don't assume Xander wins. Maybe second, something like. Spieth, Brooks, got him at the bottom just because I hadn't seen him in a minute, But this is one of the few events. It's not a major that Brooks Koepka has won and can continue to win. So I don't fault you having.
I just know personally, if I was Xander, I'd be coming in with a massive hangover and probably withdrawing.
Same with Sabatini if he was in the field for sure.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, I bet a lot of these guys are pissed. Like, really, we got to fly from Tokyo to Memphis of all places. Like, it's not even on the coast. You got to go all the way through. Because when you fly from Japan, you know this. You go
to California.
Yeah, so like you got to come all the way to Memphis. So that sucks. But lucky for Rory, he has his own plane, so he doesn't really have to, worry about the coach travel. Really, none of these guys do, but Sabatini probably would have. But anyway, so that's how we see the 10K and above area range. I left Dustin Johnson off. We both left Dustin Johnson off. But he is a 10K and above player. These are the 9K boys. And what do you got for us, Junior?
Yeah, we'll start out with thumbs up. We got Louis, or as if you're a fantasy from the fairway fan, Shrek. He's 22nd tee to green. He's 11th in bogey avoidance. And he is red hot right now with the second place finishes. Louis Oosthuizen should have no problem this week. Patrick Cantlay might be my favorite play in the field this week. 4th tee to green, 8th bogey avoidance. And like I said, if you're going to be missing the greens more commonly and more often, you're going to need to be pretty decent around the green to win here. He is 8th around the green, and he has finishes of 12th and 35th. Patrick Cantlay should have one hell of a week if I had to guess. Moving on to Daniel Berger, the man who people probably would say is the horse for the course. He has first place finish. He messed around, missed the cut, and then came back the next year and got second. So man loves the course. He's 4th in bogey avoidance, 29th tee to green. Daniel Berger, also a good play this week. Kind of weird. JT, Victor Hovland, Bryson DeChambeau, 3 of the best players in the world. I don't like him here. JT is 6 tee to green. We all know he's great off the tee. He's great with his irons. I don't have the number, but I believe he was top 10 approach. He's 31st bogey avoidance. For his last 5 starts, including the Olympics, have not been good. And he had the one good round in the Olympics that got him into contention. But I believe after the first round of the Olympics, he was 1 over. No, he was even because he had the all pars. And at one point the next day, he was 1 over. So I don't know. And that was an easy golf course.
It really was.
It really was. And this is going way off topic, but for the Olympics, I feel like it should have been a harder course.
Agreed. Are you wearing an OnlyFans shirt?
Only friends.
Okay.
I don't support OnlyFans.
Cool. Yeah,
So
it could have been a harder golf course for sure.
Yeah, I figure for like an event that big, it should be a little bit more difficult, but it is what it is. I don't like Justin Thomas here. Victor Hovland's only played this course once. He is 1-1 here, but he did finish 59th. So he did a classic make the cut, finish pretty much last. And the biggest reason I don't like him here is because he's 65th bogey avoidance and he's 104th around the green. So if he is missing the green, I don't like his chances of scrambling this week. And you are going to need to scramble and avoid those bogeys to be in contention here. Yeah. Bryson, honestly, he's not very good here. And he hasn't been good recently. So combine that, not with it. He's played this course 4 times. His best finish is 30th. He has 45th. He was cut, 48th, and then 30th. I'm not really feeling Bryson right now. He's also tested positive for COVID. Don't know how that'll affect him. So I'm going to stay away from Bryson this week. This is the cheapest you'll probably find Bryson. But unless you're really just willing to roll the dice, I would stay away from him this week. And then we get to Scotty Scheffler. Same problem here. He makes too many bogeys. He's 80th bogey avoidance. We all know he can have those crazy low rounds and just play magical golf. But it's the other 3 days that I worry about with him. He's 103rd approach. He's gotten better as he's played this course over and over again. He was cut his first time, 43rd his second time, and then 15th last time to TPC Southwind. But right now I just like Ustays and Cantlay and Daniel Berger a lot more than Scotty Scheffler.
Big facts as we roll into the 8K.
Yeah, we're starting off with Tony Finau, a man that I love. Not playing well. Just really mediocre. He makes a lot of bogeys. He's 86 bogey avoidance. He is 16th tee to green, but for right now, when he's not playing well and all that, I'm going to stay away from Tony Finau. And then we get to Matt Fitzpatrick at 88. He's tied 31st tee to green. And the only reason I like him here is because he's played the course twice and he has finished 4th and 6th. So clearly something here in Memphis, Tennessee, just gets him.
He likes the barbecue.
Gets him going. Loves the barbecue. Oh, Cantlay might want to be a thumbs down this week. I didn't think about that. Oh, well.
Well, no, because here's the thing. If you're going somewhere where, like, they know about the barbecue, you ain't going to Sonny's. You know what I mean? So, like, Matt Fitzpatrick.
That's true.
You know, he from England. I don't think they have barbecue there.
I have no idea.
So I would think that Matt Fitzpatrick, maybe he's looking forward to this date every year. He's like, hey, I can get some of that Barbie. He probably don't say it right. I don't know how he would say it because I don't really know. But that barbecue chicken, you know?
Yeah. A little bit of pulled pork just gets him ready for the round.
That pulled pork. Yeah.
Something like that. Matt Fitzpatrick loves Memphis. You're good to go with him this week. Patrick Reed, Mr. America. Man that was happier than anybody. Oh, sorry. To represent the USA.
Yeah.
Not liking him here in Memphis, Tennessee. As one band or man might have once said, I don't think he's going to be walking in Memphis. He's 32nd tee to green, 84th bogey avoidance, and he's only 3 for 6 here on cuts, which surprises me.
Yeah.
We get to Shane Lowry next at 8,600. I do like him. He's 21st tee to green, and I do have to warn you, he makes a lot of bogeys, but he's playing very, very well here, well recently, and he's also had 30th and 6th place finishes his last 2 times to Memphis, so we're good to go there. I don't know if you watched the next guy I'm talking about, Webb Simpson at 8,500. His caddy actually was on PGA Tour Live.
Yeah, Paul Tesori
was talking. Yep, and he was talking about how much Webb loves Memphis and how excited he is to get back. He has 12th and 2nd place finishes his last 2 times here. He is the PGA leader in bogey avoidance and 9th around the green, which I suspect heavily helps that bogey avoidance statistic. Mm-hmm. But we talked about how we hadn't seen Webb in a long time, which is very true, and he wasn't playing that well. Last time out, he did play well enough to where I have no concerns running him out here at a course he is very comfortable with. So Webb Simpson, I am good to go with here. Joaquin Niemann, a man who represented Chile in the Olympics last week, I am going to say no to. Just because his course history here, he was cut and then he finished 52nd his last time out. So him in Memphis, maybe Matt Fitzpatrick likes the food a little bit more than Joaquin Niemann does.
Yeah.
Something just not.
They probably don't have a lot of Chilean food in Memphis.
I would guess 0.
Probably no Chilean people either.
Pack some food for the trip.
Lunch pail type of guy.
Then we get to the last man on the list, Abraham Answer, 31st tee to green, 12th bogey avoidance, and he has finishes here of 18th and 15th. He is one of those guys who's just a very good ball striker. He knows where his ball's going, doesn't make too many mistakes, so he should bode pretty well here at this course for 8,300. With that, I'm done.
I like it. A lot of high praise for Webb Simpson from your direction. He's a man that Jenkins Jr. has not yet picked to win an event, so that could come in here. And if you don't know why that matters, our picks to win are not always the person we think will pull it out, but we can only pick them once.
Yeah, and while we're talking about this, before you get into the 7K, I don't. If you're watching this, you probably watch PGA Tour Live because clearly you love golf.
Clearly.
Why don't they have more guests like that on PGA Tour Live? Because that perspective is really, really cool. You bring on retired caddies.
It's a good question.
I thought listening to him speak and just talk about the course and what these players were doing was really, really cool.
Good guy, Paul, friend of the program, ESPN 690. He's been on multiple times. Good guy. We look forward to having him on again.
Is Webb out of Jacksonville or Paul?
Paul is, yeah. Webb's
really?
In Sea Island. So with that, we're going to move to the 7K. Starts off with Will Zalatoris, who has never played at this fine event. But here's the thing about Will Zalatoris. He is a terrible putter. Really, really bad, but that doesn't matter here. He's 6th on approach, 14th tee to green, 38th bogey avoidance, has been playing not great up to his standards, but Zalatoris definitely an option here. Super cheap, super great with any club that's not flat, and should be good to go here. Next, you'd run into Kokrak, who has finished 44th, 64th, and was cut twice here. So that worries me. At big events, Kokrak is not usually showing up. He makes a high amount of bogeys for this situation to not be great tee to green or on approach. So Kokrak is proceed with caution this week. Sung J.M. is a guy who finished 35th here last year. He's 16th off the tee. He's 22nd bogey avoidance, so he's good there. He is 80th on approach. He has been shaky recently, and he is a guy that's coming from the Olympics, so that does have some concern for me. but he should be okay this week. Sung J.M. Harris English comes in, otherwise known as the 2013 champion here. So if any, is that right?
I don't know.
That's got to be right, but like, all right, whatever. Harris English, you get the idea. However, he has not been good here since before 2018. So recently it's been a bit rough for old English. He's 90th on approach. He's 75th off the tee. 41st bogey avoidance. He's another guy that you should proceed with the caution. Brian Harmon makes the thumbs down graphic. I'm still mad at him. But besides that, he is 1 for 4 here. However, his only made cut, he did finish 6th. However, that was in 2014, it looks like. So that doesn't really matter. Harmon is 110th on approach. Not good. He does not make a lot of bogeyrones, and he hits the ball left-handed. So that's pretty cool. I'd stay away from Harmon this week. Terrell Hatton has finished 69th, nice, and 43rd here. In his career, he is $7,400. He's also 19th off the tee, 11th on approach, 15th tee to green, but he does make a lot of bogeys. So if Terrell Hatton can just not make the bogues, his thumb will be up, and he will not be glum because he popped up his thumb. Terrell Hatton definitely an option in Memphis. Maybe he'll be at the local barbecue joint with the other Englishmen in the field, Matt Fitzpatrick, Justin Rose.
I would be shocked if Terrell Hatton doesn't go out to eat barbecue for dinner.
Absolutely.
And then order some later that night before he goes to bed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Terrell didn't schedule his flight till Sunday, and he don't care. He don't care if he's playing golf or not. He'd probably rather not be playing golf, so he can just hit up the establishment.
He's actually pissed there's no cut.
Oh, you're right. He's
hot because he was planning on Saturday, Sunday, barbecuing his way through Memphis.
Wait till he gets that call after a good old barbecue breakfast. They say, "Hey, Terrell, where are you, dog? You tee off in 14 minutes." He said, "Well, let me tell you, my thumb I popped it up. Now I'm glum." Terrell Hatton. Oh my goodness. Sergio Garcia is another guy you could play. He is 3rd off the tee this year. 50th on approach, 10th tee to green, 53rd bogey avoidance. Serge's last 2 here, 35th and 40th, which ain't great, but it gets the job done at $7,300. Adam Scott, stats are still pretty skewed because Adam Scott doesn't ever play unless it's an event like this. However, he is 177th in bogey avoidance, and that should be alarming because the strokes gain stats are what they are. But when you get to the bogey avoidance stats, like he's still played 18 holes every time he goes out. So if you're 177th in bogey avoidance, like you're making a lot of them in a short amount of time. So there is some concern there. He did finish 10th here in 2017, 40th in 2019. So it's hard to judge Adam Scott. He is solid. He could go out and win, but one thing's for sure, he won't miss the cut because you can't physically. So Adam Scott, I'd stay away from Adam Scott. Billy Ho is next. Billy Horschel does have 5 top 10s at this event. I just want to start with that. He is 26th off the tee. I want to continue with that. But then I want to move to the point where he is 160th on approach, 120th tee to green, and 98th bogey avoidance. It's risky for Billy Ho, so I'm going to stay away from Billy Ho. Leishman, number one guy that I never know what he's going to do each and every week. Without fail, he is a player assigned to me to write about on Rotoballer. He is always in my range.
The good news is Mark Leishman doesn't know what he's going to do each week either.
Yeah, he's not sure if he woke up feeling dangerous or if he just woke up.
Right.
So Leishman did finish 52nd here in 2020, which is not good because there's only like 60 dudes in the field. Off the tee, he's 158th. He's 118th in bogey avoidance, 130th tee to green. I'm going to leave Leishman at the barbecue establishment this week.
Man. Yeah. Him and Terrell. I think if the PGA wants to do a barbecue eating contest this week.
What about Kokrak?
I would pay-per-view that.
Got to get Kokrak in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be 5. Terrell, Kokrak, Leishman.
Ryan Palmer's in the field.
Palmer's probably.
That dude
Kisner.
Put down some barbecue.
Kisner's got to be able to
put down some barbecue. Yeah.
And Cantlay.
For sure.
I mean, we should just make them all eat. I don't know. Justin Rose is a guy that you never really know what you're going to get, as he is 184th in bogey avoidance. I'm going to stay away from him. And Poulter, he has made his last 5 cuts here, and that's pretty much Poulter's MO. He's going to make the cut.
Yep. Wear some interesting pants. And then do his thing.
Edit that, pretty much. So we go to the 6K. We got to flip my paper. Sam Burns, 6,900 gets the thumbs up. 49th off the tee, 21st on approach, 43rd tee to green. All solid numbers for Sam Burns. Definitely consider him. Cam Davis, it worries me due to the 147th bogey avoidance. I just don't trust that because he do be making bogeys. He's 71st tee to green. I just stay away. Matt Wolff is another guy with very skewed numbers. He is in this price range. He is 29th on approach. He is 189th in bogey avoidance. So there is some risk with Matt Wolff. Kisner, the aforementioned Kisner, is 96th in bogey avoidance, which does not give me a lot of faith with Kiz. The other stats are outside the top 100 as well. So I don't know about Kiz. I probably would not. Cam Champ against all odds won the other couple weeks. Who saw that one coming? Couldn't be me. But nevertheless, he is 7th off the tee this year, but he is 175th in bogey avoidance, and he won a tournament. So just keep that in mind. If it's bad, it's real bad. I still think he's too risky, even in this field. Max Homa, this is not in California. I am aware Memphis, Tennessee is not California, but I am aware Homa is 64th off the tee, 48th on approach, 64th tee to green, and makes a lot of bogeys. That's just what it is. But I got a feeling. It is what it is. I got a feeling. Give me Homa. Also, give me freaking Ortiz, who was for a minute there trying to win a medal.
Yep, he really was.
At the Tokyo Games. He is 55th off the tee. He is 65th tee to green. He's 43rd bogey avoidance. I can roll with Ortiz. Mickelson, no. McIntyre, I don't know what to tell you. He hits the ball left-handed.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Lee Westwood is another guy.
He's another guy for the barbecue competition. Who's out now? I think Palmer might be out because Westwood's got to go.
Yeah, we got to get rid of Palmer. Okay. So Lee's in, and he should have plenty of time doing it due to his 185th bogey avoidance. So probably just roll away from Lee Westwood there. Ryan Palmer, a guy that just got booted from the barbecue eating contest, is 30. He's got better things to do because he's 38th off the tee, 52nd on approach, 57th tee to green, just solid, steady play. Ryan Palmer.
Come Saturday, he can't be messing around eating the all-you-can-eat barbecue like Lee Westwood will be able to.
And Kiz, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm with it.
Yeah.
Westwood and for Palmer.
Stuart Sink, another guy that might be able to eat some barbecue.
Have you heard Stuart Sink describe his perfect sandwich?
No.
Google it, please.
I will.
Because that dude might love Memphis more than anybody else.
Oh, hey. Sink's got another chance to win this week. Not only have some good food, but a chance to play some good golf. He's 23rd on approach. He's 50th bogey avoidance, 59th tee to green. He's in the price range that you can definitely spend, $6,500. Stuart Sink. And frankly, Kevin, nah. We go to the 6-4 to 6-0. That graphic is intentionally
6-3, just not doing it for you.
Nah, they suck. I'll get to them in a second. Siwoo Kim is first though at 64. Who 64 is actually not a bad range. Let me pull up all the gents in the 64 price point. Siwoo Kim, Lucas Glover, and KH Lee are all in that price point. I think you could play all of them, honestly, or any of them. But I went with Siwoo Kim due to the fact his bogey avoidance was very low, 42nd. And he's 42nd as well, tee to green, which puts approach and off the tee together, obviously, and some other things in there. So overall, he's the number one choice. Glover would be second, KH third, but KH is the sleeper because when KH gets hot, KH gets hotter than Glover or Siwoo. When KH gets hot, he's drilling putts, he's doing everything incredible. So if you're a gambler, which obviously you are if you're watching this because this is a gambling show, but if you're like a gambler with gambling
risk,
you know what I mean, if you're Evander Kane betting on your own team, KH. But if you want to play it safe, Siwoo Kim. 63, we'll talk about the boys quickly. We got Garrick Higo, who was not good at Tokyo 2020. We have Lucas Herbert, who we're calling Herbert now because he's been brutal and burned me many times. Lucas Herbert and Aaron Rye or Rue, we don't know. He has not been good as of late. So 63, you just avoid like the plague, which gets you to 62. And anytime I see Matt Jones at $6,200, I'm going to jump on that. 53rd bogey avoidance, 88th tee to green, 72nd off the tee, solid numbers. $6,200 you got to. Victor Perez at 61 is where we're going to go, due to the fact the 61 range is Victor Perez, Brad Kennedy, and good old Roshuko Kazuzutu. So that's why we're going to go with Victor Perez. He is the most established golfer in that range. And it's 6K between Herman, Ormsby, Niebuhr. Give me Bobby Streb, man. Just give me old Bobby Streb, who does not make a lot of bogeys at all, actually. I didn't write down the number, but he does not make a lot of bogeys. Bobby, not to be confused with Bobby Light.
Lights out.
Yeah. R.I.P. Big Black, though.
For sure.
Let's move on to the picks, man. I'm going to pick somebody that you cannot, so I'll start it off. I'm also getting my ass kicked. I will go with Daniel Berger.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Yeah, that's a very solid pick.
So some options you have, since I keep the winners. Jordan Spieth is in play. Webb Simpson, as I mentioned, in play. Those are the only two guys I remember being in play, but we can check if we need to.
Let me get Jordan Spieth.
Jordan Spieth. Okay. So Jordan Spieth, Daniel Berger to win this great event. Top 25, another category that I'm not getting my ass kicked, but just, politely.
It's very close.
Yeah. Give me Zalatoris. I got a feeling. There are certain guys when the putting doesn't matter. Is that right? T-O, yeah. When the putting does not matter, you got to jump on some of these guys. The putting doesn't matter this week. Give me Zalatoris.
I'll take Joe Head.
That's a good pick. I
don't know why. I just have a feeling about him.
Yeah, I thought I was thinking about picking Hatton to win until I thought I had picked Berger, and I checked while you were talking about the AK like 4 different times. I checked the list because I wanted to make sure that I could pick Berger because I feel like I have, but I guess I haven't. So I was out there picking Bobby Streb and whatnot. So never forget, if you're new here, I picked Bobby Streb to win the Serenity Tournament of Champions. So it didn't happen. But that'll do it.
You really did.
Yeah, Bobby. Fantasy from the fairway for the FedEx St. Jude. That will do it. We'll be back next week as the season comes to a close. The Wyndham Championship next week, followed by the Northern Trust, followed by the BMW. I think it's
honestly, once PGA kind of ends, might have to start doing some college football parlays on the channel. I know that's not what our channel's anything about.
Hey,
but that'd probably be fun though.
Yeah, definitely less research.
Or we could do the what are we gonna do?
UFC betting?
No.
Hot tub streams?
Wednesday Maction streams. Or betting.
Toledo.
A little bit of Toledo.
Boys. Anyway, go Rockets. But anyway, yeah, we'll get some content in the off season while the tour is away, just for a bit though, because that fall schedule comes at you quick when the whole field is Bobby Strebs and whatnot. Anyway, that'll do it. Fantasy from the fairway. Appreciate you watching. I'll talk to you next week.